It's my pleasure to be with you this evening to make you aware of a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. And after you've heard the details that I'm about to share with you, I encourage you to act quickly and decisively because time is of the essence. There has never been a moment so perfect, so right, perhaps even so essential for you to go on a tour of the Holy Lands. Now, this is not a run-of-the-mill guided excursion that you may have seen advertised in the back of some magazine or seen on the Trinity Broadcasting Network. This is something unimaginably unique. And I am so convinced that you should go that I'm going to offer you an incentive, but more about that a little later. Right now, let me just cover a few of the basics. You'll see a brochure on the screen. Departure date, as soon as possible. Return date, to be determined. What to bring? A tunic, sandals, grace, and truth. And where will I go, and what will I do? Well, let me share some of the exciting highlights of this trip. Day one. Your tour will begin in the little town of Bethlehem, known historically and affectionately as the city of David. Now, given the time of year, the town will be crowded and bustling with people coming to pay tribute, literally paying their taxes to the government. So you'll encounter Roman soldiers, money changers, shepherds, kings, and, so we've heard, an occasional heavenly host. By the way, we apologize in advance for the accommodations. Day two. A short journey will ensue on the second day to an out-of-the-way, mostly overlooked collection of huts, tents, and families known as Nazareth. And while you're here, you will enjoy a brief demonstration of primitive carpentry. Day three, it's off to Jerusalem and a visit to the temple, followed by a bit of a surprise side trip to Egypt. And then you will pass through Nazareth again and also return to the temple in Jerusalem. And during this stop in Jerusalem, a few hours are set aside for something we call Parents' Day Out, a little free time away from the kids. Day five, following a significant journey, you will arrive at a destination called the wilderness. Now, upon hearing the name of this place, you may be tempted to skip this portion of the tour, but you cannot. Persevere, stand your ground, and dig in. If you give up at this point in the tour, you can't go on. Day six. Your reward for making it through the wilderness is an invitation to a traditional Jewish wedding in a lovely town called Cana. It will be a joyous occasion with happy music, delicious food, and delicious wine. And stay late because we hear the father of the bride always saves the best for last. And now, day 7 and beyond. During the balance of the tour, you will be moving in and through small villages near the Sea of Galilee with periodic visits to Jerusalem. You're encouraged to keep your eyes and ears open, as this is where you're going to encounter the hardworking, faithful, and humble folks, the salt of the earth. In this final segment of the tour, you will visit a merchant's market at the temple in Jerusalem called the Den of Thieves. You'll pause for a cool drink of water hand-dipped by a woman from a well in Samaria. You'll attend worship at a synagogue in Galilee. And then you'll welcome some new members to the tour by the boat docks near the lake. You'll enjoy a lavish dinner in the home of a wealthy tax collector. And you'll host a picnic for 5,000 locals on a hillside just outside the city. Then you're going to heal a leper and a paralytic in Capernaum and chase out an unclean spirit from a man near the sea. You'll raise a boy from the dead in a town called Nain. You will accuse the scribes and the Pharisees of being hypocrites. You'll calm the wind and soothe the troubled waves. You'll walk on water and rebuke demons. You'll bring sight to the blind and raise your friend Lazarus from the dead. You'll proclaim eternal truth in parables. One evening you will weep over Jerusalem, and the next day ride through her streets on a donkey. And then you'll be betrayed, arrested, tried, beaten, humiliated, and nailed to a cross. You'll be abandoned by your closest friends, and you will proclaim, "It is finished," and you will give up the ghost. That is, you will die. And you will be buried by a few faithful companions. Now, I know what you're thinking. Why in the world would anyone want to go on this tour? It doesn't end well. But wait, there's more. It's not over yet. You're going to rise again. Which brings me to that aforementioned incentive. After you rise again, the tour proceeds to your Father's house, in which there are many rooms. And it is there where you will be called the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords. You will be called the light of the world and the Lion of the tribe of Judah. You will be known for eternity as the morning star and the Prince of Peace. You will be the resurrection and the life. And finally, regarding the cost, well, you've already heard the ultimate price that you'll pay. However, great as that price is, the alternative is unimaginable.